first opened back in 2008. There's a look at Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indy. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Indianapolis Colts. NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Right out of the gates, here's Smith. Being chased out left. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Geno now to throw. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That's a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against it.
No, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play. Throwing again is Smith. Forced out to his left. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Trap 60, trap 60. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready alert, ready alert.
From his end zone, Willis. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Hey, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. The Colts at 1-9 now on the year, and they come in just an absolute free fall. Losers now, Charles, of 7 in a row.
And I think this is where, in a locker room, a lot of the team looks to their best players and even silently asks for them to guide them out of this. You know, we've got to be better than what we've shown. We need you to lead us.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Hey, check that. Street.
Second down throw coming by Willis. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Off the play fake, here's Willis. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week. And you can't do it all on one throw.
They'll run with Gibson. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of...
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Logan Hall in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Butker's kick here is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
To throw, here's Willis. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Nick Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. The Colts send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Oh, it's a wobbler here. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Now Geno on 1st down. It's complete. It's Miller. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Now, these two teams, the Eagles and Colts, the two best rushing teams in the NFL in 2021 a season ago. The Eagles, maybe a surprise to many that they were number one last year. Of course, they got a lot of rushing yards from their quarterback that helped them. Now, the Colts with Jonathan Taylor, they were number two. He'll get it inside the 20. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play there on the catch and run. 31 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Now Geno. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On second and goal, Smith. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Smith. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Christian Watson with his 16th touchdown of the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as a fair catch, a single for and taken. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-0 as they come up first and 10. To the air on first down, here's Willis. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Mixon with a first down carry. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. On second and 9, Willis dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jermaine Johnson able to get in there and drop him behind the line.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
19.
Third down, it's Willis. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Terry McLaurin 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Colts have got it back to within a score.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their second straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Smith, and his throw here's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And take it right on the 30. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Mixon running wide side.
He'll take this to the 46.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
Well, still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Trying for it on 4th down. Here's Willis.
Open receiver here, complete. It's Parker. Touchdown! Devontae Parker, 40 yards.
And the Colts' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues. And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Here we go on 4th. Smith. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Again, Smith. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Smith. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And the Eagles are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Back to throw, Smith. Steps away to his left. Touchdown, Eagles! Noah Fant, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have retaken the lead. Butker on for the PAT. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
First and 10, it's Willis. Going deep here for Parker. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Willis. He's got Njoku over the middle. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Willis looking to throw on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Willis to throw once more. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On 3rd down, it's Willis. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So out comes Justin Rohrwasser in the field goal unit. Rohrwasser's kick is good, and that will tie things at 17-all. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They're just going to run it here up the middle.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Shot 60, shot 60.
Willis now off of play action. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And 22 more yards there and another first down. They send Parker in motion left. Now Willis on 1st and 10. Steps away. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. On second down, here's Mixon. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down.
Check smash, check smash.
Here's Willis. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this one is incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Here's Smith. He finds Watson. It's caught. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. To the air again, Smith.
Targets Miller here on the out route. He's got him.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. Smith now to throw.
Catch made by Slayton. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
On 1st and 10, Smith. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown!
Christian Watson.
His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year.
And the Eagles have retaken a third-quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Play action. Here's Willis.
And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10.
They go play action with Willis.
He was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted.
Trent McDuffie with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
After the interception, here's Smith.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. The passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Now Smith, buying time to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Second down and goal. Smith being chased out left. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Christian Watson, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. They'll try and run it up the middle, and he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Another try after the first down sack. Willis throwing the out route. He's got Parker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. Press on 80. Ready, go.
It's Mixon on the counter. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Play fake. Here's Willis. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Dragon 60.
Willis will look to throw it. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Ready, Machine ready.
Willis got to have this one. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. On first down, it's Smith. This is the tight end, Fant. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5. That's a whale of a game. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Smith will complete this one to Watson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Christian Watson from 10 yards out. And the Eagles are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Willis. That's going to be caught. It's Jakobi Meyers. First target, first catch, and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On first down, Willis. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Again, Willis to throw. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw, Willis. They set up the screen to Penny. And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
Willis, 4th down, has to have it. this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Now Geno on 1st down. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. He's got room at the 30. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A big play there for Philly. 41 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Gibson again, hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, but I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was, and Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Accelerating, and off he goes. The 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
The mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tagged as one of the best in the league the prior season.
And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Throwing now, Smith. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football. That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result.
He's got a man complete.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Willis on 1st and 10.
Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Second down, Willis looks to throw here.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Smith now to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now Smith. His throw incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
Smith.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, Smith. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Christian Watson
with touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Eagles are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
First and 10, Willis.
He'll buy some time right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.